All right, ladies and gentlemen, one thing of advice that Madonna gave is that, when you are looking for someone to date, when you are trying to find someone to date, to be happy with your life and how you're proceeding with your life and how you're proceeding with your goals and how you're proceeding with your career. It's really important. I know people are like, well, I just want a spouse that's going to pay for everything and do all this for me and make my life complete. Yes, that's fine. If you can get that, great. That's awesome. Good for you. That's really good. I'm not going to oppose that if you can get that. Or you had that before and you want that again, why not, right? There's nothing wrong with that. If you really believe that'll happen and it does happen for you, great. I really would not want to be in that position though. I would really kind of like to make my own money and do my own thing. So Madonna said, now this is what Madonna's advice was. Madonna said, when you are single or looking, and I'm married, but I'm in a relationship, when you are like that, try to be happy and focus on getting your life right while you're alone, okay? Now, it's not like it's, rocket science. You think, well, isn't that common sense? You would think that most people, if they're alone, would would try to make their life great and try to make their goals happen and try to do well, and they wouldn't worry about the fact that they're single. But some people really get really bothered by being single and they don't like it and they really feel uncomfortable with the idea. Like some people really feel that they can't go out by themselves or they can't enjoy it. So I personally would go see a movie by myself. Like my wife is overseas, so I don't have to worry. Well, I'm married, but still, even though I'm married, even if I was single, I would have no problems with that. Like I really don't think it's a big deal. Like I personally think that if you go out by yourself, there's nothing wrong with that. I really don't think there's anything to really worry about there. I personally love the outdoors and love going out. One time I was working at a place and one of the guys there, he had a family, and he said to people there, he was like, I don't think I could go to this place unless I had a family. And I'm like, well, what about people that don't have families? Like they have to be able to go out. They can't just stay home. So he had a family, and I'm like, well, that's good for you. You have a family you can go with, but not everybody has a loving family. Not everyone has someone. So why shouldn't they be able to go alone? I really think it's important that you should be able to go alone, and you should be able to choose your life accordingly and have fun with it. Because why not, right? Why should you limit yourself just because you're not with a family? There are so many times where people will say to you, if you're a single person and you've been single for a while, let's say, and they'll say, oh, you have to do this because you have to do this when you have somebody there. You can't just go out alone. And I mean, personally, for me, I like to go out with someone for sure, of course. But if you don't want to, but if you would rather go out with someone that you prefer, or you want to go out with people that you really feel match you or match your abilities, then you have to wait, right? Like, um, you can't just go out with someone that you just randomly choose, right? You want to go out with someone that's actually going to benefit you. For me, I have very good friends. A lot of my friends are amazing. Very good friends for sure. But people get jealous of me and have a hard time with me, so I have to choose even the people, well, my friends are very good, but I have to choose who I hang out with and who I spend time with because I have to be careful. Not that it's a bad thing. I mean, I can go out with somebody, it could be a bad time. But some people really don't know how to handle someone that's as good as I am. Now, I'm not trying to brag or anything. I'm not saying that it's a bragging thing. I'm just saying that some of these people are too much for someone to handle. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And it means, and if you know your worth, you know that you can't just go out with anybody. But being alone is better sometimes than being with somebody. And some people don't know that, right? Maybe his wife, that guy's wife, wasn't very good, but he's like, at least I have her so I can go out. Well, fine, you got a wife so that you can go out. But what about people that prefer to be single, or prefer to be in an open relationship that their partner's overseas and they prefer to go out alone because they don't want to go out with a friend that might be harmful to them or might not be good for them, right? Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye now. Bye, everyone.